rebooting the network now.
Forget Scarecrow. It's time to face your one true nemesis, Batman.
Oh dear, is that who I think it is?
E-NYGMA. Contact me when you're ready with the bridge.
Riddle me this. Why would a Batman visit an abandoned orphanage?
Eddie, sweetie, you've confused me with Robin. The big guy and I aren't all that close.
Oh, I know! It's because of what will happen to his feline friend if he doesn't get here in time. Shocked, Dark Knight? Stunned? You didn't expect this, did you? That is because you are no match for me, Edward Nygma, the Riddler, and your intellectual superior. Did you think I would just forget our last meeting, Dark Knight? You humiliated me. I know you will not beat me this time. It is utterly impossible. You cannot do it. I have won already. I will mock your attempts to solve my conundrums. I will stand triumphant over your bloodied corpse. And as the dim light fades for good in your tiny dullard's mind, your final thought will be how I have bested you. Come to the orphanage, detective, or she dies.
Riddler has Catwoman. Tell me why.
I don't know anything, I swear. I just tied her up and I left her inside.
Why? What's Nygma's play?
I ain't got a clue. I just brought her here and planted some of these trophies nearby. That's it, you gotta believe me.
I do.
Batman? That had better be you.
Keep still. Are you okay?
Perfect. What little girl doesn't dream of being bait for her strapping Dark Knight?
We're leaving.
You might be, but I'm not.
Ah, both contestants are finally here. Tonight, folks, we've got riddles galore. But first, let me introduce my beautiful assistants. I'm growing tired of my dependence upon the least useless dregs I can scrape from Gotham's utterly uninspired underbelly. Why rely on others for help when you can design, program, engineer, and manufacture it yourself? What a pair you made. Together, you're just competent enough to survive. Enjoy it while it lasts, Dark Knight. I have more in store for you than hitting things.
Keep them coming!
No doubt you enjoyed that, Detective. It's the most fun you'll have all night. You see, Dark Knight, this feisty, felonious feline has been fitted with a shiny new collar. With each challenge you complete, you'll get one little key. Collect every key and the kitty goes free. Remove it too soon and the kitty goes boom! Well, don't just stand there, Dark Knight. Take that rocket-fueled roadster of yours and make your way to the Cauldron Train Yard. My first test is waiting. Waiting.
Cauldron Train Yard.
I'll come back for you. Stay here.
I'm wearing a bomb, Batman. Of course I'm staying here. Go get my keys.
Well...
A challenge in the Cauldron Train Yard. Fine, Enigma. I'll play your games, and I'll win. Selina's life depends on it.
Ah, Detective, you arrived! I thought Catwoman's little predicament might encourage your participation. I realized, you see, that the kind of image-obsessed narcissist who places bat symbols on his hubcaps would never willingly submit himself to the kind of humiliation I have in store. Yet, here you are, Detective. The humiliation is waiting below. Well then, Detective, it begins. You are staring, with stupefied incomprehension, at a mechanism I have calibrated to respond to an extremely precise radar pulse. In a moment, I will give you the decrypted code, Dark Knight. Oh, but first, I think we should run through the ground rules for tonight's festivities. Rule the first. What? How did you solve tonight's very first riddle? Well done. Well done. Welcome to my racetrack, Detective. You must complete 3 circuits of this gauntlet, finishing each before the time limit expires. Come now, Detective. Let's put that grotesque ego-mobile to the test. Be ready, Dark Knight. There's more to this test than just going really fast. Tick-tock, Detective. Tick-tock. Can that ramshackle motor handle this? Faster, Dark Knight, faster! Can those flickering, faltering synapses keep up with my automatically adjusting course?
I'm disabling the afterburner's failsafe. I need the extra speed.
I'm shocked, Dark Knight. Is that really as fast as it goes? Let's work that undeveloped brain of yours. To the track, Dark Knight! Once more! Now pay attention, Detective. Go left. You're close, Detective. Don't fumble now. Don't fumble now. Relax, Dark Knight. The ordeal is over. Such a pity the laws of physics prohibit me from testing my non-Euclidean designs. Now then, Detective, hop on the pressure pad beside me. Listen carefully, Dark Knight. Your friend's life depends on it. Back in the orphanage, a series of glass cabinets have appeared in front of Catwoman. Isn't that right, my dear?
I see them, Eddie.
Good. One of those cabinets, my dear, has your first key inside. The others, they contain less useful keys. Keys that will unlock the admittedly slight contents of your skull all over the orphanage walls. Your job, detective, is simple. Figure out which cabinet Catwoman must open. And don't get it wrong.
So most of them will kill me. One of them won't. Great. I can do this.
Good luck, Catwoman. Given Batman's limited...
Okay, Batman. Let's see if you're as smart as they say. One down.
Well done to the pair of you. That's the first key collected. Don't expect to be sinking your claws into too many more. Too many more. Did you really believe that a challenge designed by me, the Riddler, would be quite so easy? Oh, Dark Knight, you sweet, naive sentinel, of course it wouldn't. But now I have several hundred terabytes of performance data relating to the latest model of rocket-powered hearse you're driving. With that in mind, I have prepared for you something a little less knuckle-whitening and rather more brow-furrowing in Chinatown. Hurry on over, detective, or it won't be curiosity that kills the cat.
He's here!
Well, Dark Knight, eager for more? It's humbling, isn't it? The opportunity to even glimpse my greatness, the dawning realization of just how insignificant, how unworthy of note you really are? These trials are my masterpieces, detective. When I have defeated you, they will become monuments to my genius, testaments to your stupidity. Crowds of school children will pack themselves in this elevator, eager to see for themselves the place where the Dark Knight was defeated. They won't understand a thing, of course, but they'll come. So elegantly simple that even you should manage a feeble grasp of the premise. You must provide power to this board, detective. This isn't just a test of intelligence, Dark Knight. It's a test of skill. Failure at the first hurdle, detective? I wouldn't have concocted such an elaborate scheme if I knew you were so easily defeated. Congratulations, Dark Knight. You've earned the right to play the next part of the puzzle.
Oh, joy. Time to play the will my head explode game again.
me this. What has a cape, a cowl, and can't be trusted not to get you killed?
You better be right, Batman. Head still attached? Great. Collar still attached? Not so great.
Congratulations! You've achieved the very minor victory of not being as stupid as you look. Not stupid as you look. Now, Catwoman, celebrate your survival by telling Batman all about the exciting orphanage development. Celebrate the orphanage development.
No, you do it.
Now, Kitty. Kitty.
Why, Batman, there's a big, mysterious green door.
Yes, yes, there is. Come back to the orphanage, Batman, and I'll let the pair of you through it. Well done, Dark Knight. You should, I hope, be beginning to comprehend the breadth of the tasks ahead of you, the sheer scale of the gauntlet I have thrown down. Or perhaps not. Perhaps you're feeling cocky. Perhaps these early victories have filled you with false hope. Well then, ride that wave of smug satisfaction all the way back to the orphanage. I'm waiting. Orphanage. Welcome back to the Riddletorium. Do not fear. Your friend has not been harmed. Before I allow you to see her, however, riddle me this. Riddle me this. What kind of question can only be asked upon reflection? Good luck. Good luck. Well, it seems you have earned the right to see your friend. Why, she'll be as surprised as I am that you've made it this far.
Oh, good. You're back. Eddie wouldn't show me whatever deranged parlor game he's got waiting behind that door until you arrived.
I'll get you out of here.
I'm sorry. Do I seem testy? It's probably something to do with the gorgeous necklace Eddie picked out for me. Have you seen it? It explodes.
Oh, I do hope you two are getting along. Because you'll need to work together if you want to find the key hidden in here. Find the key.
Well, this looks creepy. Someone's been reading Feng Shui for serial killers. Oh, great. Extra trapped. As if the collar wasn't enough.
Oh, Batman, Catwoman, neither of you is getting out of there without the other's help.
Oh, look. It's more of Eddie's homemade friends.
Your mockery is pointless, Cat. I don't have any friends at all. Well, there we go. It's settled. You're not as dumb as each other. Congratulations, Batman. Catwoman, you're lagging behind. Oh, Dark Knight. I can barely describe to you what a pleasure it is to see your brow furrow over the simplest of conundrums. I do apologize for not creating a riddle that you can merely pound into submission. Here, why don't you take out your primitive frustrations?
Take it out!
Automated assistance. It's quite liberating to have freed myself from reliance on Gotham's ill-educated muscle, Detective. Prototypes, Dark Knight. These are merely prototypes. So try to mitigate that primal feeling of triumph upon defeating one.
Bring it down!
Defeat merely provides more data for me to analyze, Dark Knight. Well then, it seems you've earned another key.
This is going to take all night, isn't it? Well, that was fun. At least I got to hit something.
How are you holding up?
I'm fine. I don't need your concern. Just your help getting this thing off.
I wouldn't celebrate just yet, you two. Dark Knight, my next challenge can be found beneath Elliott Memorial Hospital. Conveniently located for when you pass out due to mental exhaustion.
Mental exhaustion.
You still haven't apologized.
For what?
For Eddie treating me like a white hat. Like one of your sidekicks. You know, half the crooks in Gotham think I feed you info.
You do.
Well, yeah, when there's something in it for me. They think I'm doing it on principle.
Sorry for making criminals think less of you.
Hey, have I ever hurt anyone? I'm not one of the bad guys, Batman. I'm freelance.
You should pick a side, Selina.
Your side should pay better. Batman, the next tests are ready, and I really can't wait to play the Will My Head Explode game again. Look, Batman, I enjoy a smoldering stare as much as the next girl, but maybe you should be working on Eddie's glorified obstacle courses. Nice work so far, big guy. Just don't screw up the next part. Look, Batman, I enjoy a smoldering stare as much as the next girl, but maybe you should be working on Eddie's glorified obstacle courses. Batman, the next tests are ready, and I really can't wait to play the Will My Head Explode game again.
The preliminaries are done with, Dark Knight. I hope you understand that. Oh, had I so wished, you'd have failed before you had even begun to comprehend the very first hurdle. But no, no, no. I wanted you to know the full extent of my brilliance, you understand? To fully appreciate my superiority. But now, well, I'm not going easy on you anymore. Another racetrack, detective, but please, do not let its unique peculiarities crush your spirit. Well, shall we begin? No, Dark Knight, you are not losing what little grip you had on reality. You've merely entered a brave new world of my design. I control these. That ceiling applies 300 dead bats of pressure, Detective. I invented the measurement myself. I built this course in a sewer, Detective. You needed the home team advantage. Onward, Batman! Or does the Dark Knight require a pit stop?
Pit stop.
Very good, Dark Knight! Again! Careful now, Batman. You didn't go to all the trouble of painting that thing just the right shade of black in order to scuff it. Is it a car? Is it a tank? Who cares? Soon it'll be scrap. That's it. I'm cranking it up. 500 dead bats of pressure. I think the wheels on that thing might actually be as thick as your skull. Feeling claustrophobic, Detective? Get ready for the final lap. What a fitting end for you, Detective. A stain on my floor. You'll be crushed, flattened, pulverized. Any second now. It's time. 1,000 dead bats of pressure. Another lap would be the end of you, Dark Knight, and I can't quite bring myself to stop the fun so soon. Your next key awaits.
Oh, good. The fun part.
Which cabinet, kitty cat? Good luck, Catwoman. Given Batman's limited intelligence, I'm afraid you're going to need it.
And here we go.
Congratulations, Catwoman. You proved yourself able to follow simple directions. must say, Dark Knight, that your desperate fumblings have exceeded my admittedly rather meager expectations. I am impressed. This must be how naturalists felt upon observing chimpanzees using tools for the first time. Did you know, Detective, that the cleverest chimps can even obey simple instructions? It's true. Let's try it, shall we? Go to Gotham Casino for your next test, and I'll give you a banana.
Enjoying the sense of control. I doubt he'll be playing games much longer.
Heaven knows how his insanity has manifested itself this time.
Oh, Detective, I can't tell you how pleased I am that you're playing along with my little game. You literally cannot imagine what it's like to be so intellectually removed from the rest of the human race. I couldn't honestly say you offer me a battle of wits, Dark Knight, but your feeble resistance makes a pleasant change from the instant capitulation of everyone else. Oh dear, Dark Knight. What a pity you couldn't bring the Batwing to this one. That's two down, Detective. Do be careful of the death trap en route to the next one. Capable of flight. Since all you do is glide, you're actually a variety of squirrel. Good work, Detective. You are literally as capable as the digit-flapping mammal you pointlessly pretend to be. The next key awaits you.
I can't leave now. I have to help Selina choose the right key.
More cabinets. Great. I love this part.
Can you trust him, Catwoman?
Can you trust?
Okay. Time to possibly maybe die. Well, this is not how I wanted to spend my night.
Another key collected. I trust you're not giving her false hope, Detective.
Oh, good. More fun.
night, Detective. You have passed another test. I cannot help but admire the spirit with which you have thrown yourself into a task for which you are woefully under-equipped. I almost feel guilty when I contemplate what's coming, but not so guilty that I'm going to call it off. Head back to the orphanage, Detective. Another of my riddle rooms is waiting.
Riddle room, riddle room.
It doesn't take much to tame a cat. Make them wear this, and then call the bat.
How are you doing?
Can't fault the entertainment. Eddie just lectured me on the 13 innovations that let him pack this collar with his custom-designed plastic explosive.
You must be honored.
At being what? Your motivation? Come on, the next puzzle room's waiting.
Greetings to my costume contestants. Your next challenge is simple. Guide an electric charge to its destination. I hope the varying amounts of pressure don't get to you.
Another one? What's Eddie's problem?
Fanatic narcissism, egocentrism, and megalomania. Crossed with severe obsessive compulsion.
Thanks.
Don't mention it.
The counterweights move further when I step on the pads.
You are getting older. Maybe it's time to add a few extra notches to the utility belt. Hey, don't shove.
Congratulations to the dementedly dressed duo. Your key awaits. Oh, but what's this? An electrified floor?
Electrified floor?
You do it. You still owe me for Arkham City.
Goodness, you figured it out already? Well, you better grab that key and be on your way. Meet the second generation of my android allies. I've built a variant specifically tailored to each of your dubious abilities. More where that came from, Batman. I built a highly efficient production line. All the danger of battle combined with all the fun of riddle solving. You can thank me after. Thank me. You know what, Detective? I'm glad you solved this riddle. Because it takes you one step closer to the riddle that kills you.
Riddle that kills you.
Eddie really hates you, doesn't he?
He's an ego-driven narcissist who can't let anyone else win.
Gee, if only you'd met under different circumstances.
His obsession's getting worse. He's going after my allies.
Ally? After this, I think we should dial it back to known associate for a while.
This was nothing, Dark Knight, nothing. A new trial awaits you, Detective, by Divinity Church, and I'm waiting too.
So Joker dies, takes half the crime in Gotham with him, and I don't hear from you for months. What's that about?
I've been busy.
Look, I know you two are close, but you've got to get back out there. Meet new maniacs. You can't mourn him forever.
He left some loose ends behind. Selina, where were you last Friday, between midnight and 1 a.m.?
Giving blood. No, wait. Volunteering. Why?
There was a break-in at the Museum of Gotham. A valuable gemstone was stolen.
What? No. Who could do such a thing?
Just put it back.
Finish Eddie's tests, Batman, so I can find him and show him my appreciation. Head back out there, Batman. There's still 2 puzzle rooms to unlock. Look, if it was you stuck here and I happened to pass by one of Eddie's courses, I would definitely head inside. Shouldn't you be back out in the city helping me? Finish Eddie's tests, Batman, so I can find him and show him my appreciation.
Great news.
The unexamined life is not worth living, Detective. And I've been wondering why I let you aggravate me so. You're a cheat and a liar. A dressed-up strongman playing with expensive toys. World's greatest detective, ha! And everyone from Gotham to Star City believes it. I cannot abide a fraud, Detective. A dilettante masquerading amongst his intellectual betters, stealing every last scrap of appreciation, dignity, and respect. Welcome, Detective, to the drain I'm going to figuratively and quite possibly literally flood you down. The goal of this aquatic examination could not be simpler, Detective. Lower the water, like so. Before that, however, it's time for a riddle. Riddle me this, Detective. What do bats do when they're at home? Well done, Detective. I think you're getting the hang of it. That's one Batman. The water might be lower, but you're still out of your depth. Look at you, Detective. Hanging there in that hideous machine like a particularly ugly chandelier. You know, Detective, if I'd rigged that grapple point to detach, You could be dead in a moment. But where would the satisfaction be in that? You will be your own downfall, Detective. I have no doubt. Another switch? Why, the water is almost as low as Catwoman's chances of freedom. Why don't you celebrate with my friend? I wanted you to destroy the robots. I did. It's all part of my immaculately constructed master plan. So there! Don't think I haven't been tempted by a cheap trick and a quick death, Detective. But no, I will beat you fairly. I will let you test yourself against me and laugh as you fall short. Struggling, Detective? I'm afraid you're running several minutes behind my projections. Ah! This is why my projections were off. I failed to consider both your incompetence and your stupidity as two distinct variables. Apologies, Detective. I will recalculate post-haste. Excellent. You are barely keeping to the precise degree my equations predict. Careful on your way out.
Hey, Eddie. Can't we play a different game? This one's getting old.
Ready to die, my dear? Do you think he's smart enough, Cat? Oh, can't decide.
Here's hoping Eddie hasn't started cheating. And they say black cats are bad luck.
Another key, well done. Of course, you'll lose all 9 lives in an instant should I push this detonator.
Another door unlocked. What a surprise.
Always been the smartest man in the room, Detective, forced to endure the suspicions and mockery of those whose meager mental faculties prohibited them from appreciating that fact. And then you appear in Gotham, dressing up your cognitive capabilities marginally superior as they are to that of the average hoodlum, in the guise of a crusading hero. And oh, how the people swooned. To the orphanage, hero! It's time to rejoin Catwoman for another trial.
Selina's still trapped at the orphanage. Together, we'll get her out.
It doesn't take much to tame a cat. Make them wear this, and then call the bat.
You're back.
I said I'd get you out of here.
I know. It's just... nothing. Let's get to the next room, okay? Before my head explodes.
Well, hello again to my favorite comedy double act. I'd just like to say what a novelty it's been constructing riddle chambers for 2 half-wits instead of 1. Why, that's practically a whole wit between you. Dark Knight, when you failed your feline friend and are done mourning over her headless corpse, perhaps we'll do this again with, Robin? Or maybe that prodigal son of yours over in Bloodhaven.
Bloodhaven.
Can you get up there?
The ceiling? Easy.
Riddle me this. Can a maze still amaze if it doesn't have walls? If it doesn't.
You know, I had to disable a security system like this when I robbed Queen Industry. Never mind.
Halfway there. Now for a final twist.
Twist.
what a shock. For you, I mean, Detective. I was expecting it.
Nearly there, Selina.
Done on this side.
Did that hurt, Catwoman? Good. That pain is what stupidity feels like.
Oh, Eddie, you're going to feel very, very stupid when I catch up with you. Okay, done over here.
Congratulations. And now your reward. Robot.
There's plenty here. Take your pick. Finally.
Fine. The key. Take the key. I suppose you've just about earned it.
When I get out of here, I'm sticking this collar around Eddie's neck.
Well, how clever the pair of you must feel. How smug. Well, I hate to intrude upon this miserable little moment of victory, but I wanted you to be aware you're very unlikely to see one another again. Catwoman, the Batman will fail you, because waiting for him beneath Ronalop Ferry Terminal is my greatest trial.
Batman, are we?
Don't let what Riddler said get to you.
Eddie is an idiot, but he's an idiot who built a series of underground death traps across the city.
And?
And I just wanted to say, be safe. This is definitely your mess, and I appreciate